I'm going to see if I can explain something to you or to everyone or to anyone that wants to understand. Because unless you understand, you will be deceived. And if you don't understand that, you won't understand a lot of anything. I have looked up some words. Paul mentions another Jesus. The Jesus that Paul talked about, every time he mentions the name Jesus, he's talking about the Son of Mary, the Son of God. That's who he's talking about. Jesus. And people should know and understand that there are other words that do refer to Jesus. There are several ways that Jesus is referred to in the Bible. But if you change truth, do you know what you have? You have a lie. That's what you have. A change of truth is a lie. You don't want to change the truth for a lie. That's not what you want to do, okay? Understand. I cannot stress this enough. You must understand this one fact, or you will never know the truth. Jesus of Nazareth was the son of Mary. He was her firstborn son. I'm trying to let you understand the truth. Jesus is. He's not this. He's not that. He's not some other. You can refer to him as something else, but if you don't basically know this truth, you will never know what you need to know. Jesus is the Son of the living God. It is just that simple. Get that settled in your mind and in your heart, that Jesus is the Son of the living God. And then you can move on to some other understanding. But if you believe that Jesus is something other than the child born in Bethlehem and crucified at Jerusalem, you don't have any knowledge of Jesus. Jesus, the Son of God, born in Bethlehem. Don't change it. Don't start looking at Jesus as something else, because that's not going to help you or me or anyone. We've got to know who Jesus is. Peter explained something in the book of Acts. He said, God anointed Jesus of Nazareth. Now, what does that mean to you? Are you trying to learn? I'm seriously trying to teach you something so that you can understand. Jesus is the Son of God, being born in Bethlehem, and he grew up in Nazareth. Don't forget it. And don't get distracted by me talking slow, please. Don't let the devil distract you and make everything. He will mess up your mind any way he can. And he's not going to let you believe the truth if he can stop you and deceive you with a lie. Jesus of Nazareth was anointed by God. Jesus instructed and told his disciples that his Father was doing the works. Who does the works? Who did the miracles? God, not Jesus. Jesus is an instrument. He's a man. He's a son of God. And at the age of 30, God anointed him with the Holy Spirit. There is another spirit that can anoint people, and he can do miracles. He can do signs and wonders. He can. And he will do them to lead you or me astray. It's just that simple. The devil will deceive anyone he can with false words and with signs and wonders. If he can. All he's doing is looking for an opportunity. And he has deceived a multitude of people by getting them to believe his lies and rejecting God's truth. God does not lie. He cannot lie. He will not lie. It's just not something that God does. Now, please understand that what did we understand in this video? Jesus is the son of Mary, born in Bethlehem, grew up in Nazareth, and the last 3 years of his life, he went about doing whatever God led him to do. That's what he did. God did not lead Jesus into the wilderness until after John baptized him. And Jesus went into the wilderness to face the devil. And there he saw the devil. Don't ask me how he saw the devil, because I don't know. But the devil took Jesus and spoke to him. So don't get the idea that the devil took God anywhere, because that does not happen. The devil does not take God anywhere. He will take you somewhere. He'll take me somewhere. And he's got one ambition. That's to deceive me and you, and to give us a lie instead of the truth. Yep, that's what he wants to do. And the Spirit of God is the only spirit that can overpower the devil. The only one. So if you think that you will outdo the devil, you can't do it without the Spirit of God. That's a fact. So don't come and tell anyone that Jesus is anything other than the Son of Mary. Jesus is the Son of God, and he was anointed by God. And Jesus taught his disciples and told them plainly in Matthew chapter 5 what they should do, 5, 6, and 7. Jesus is giving them instructions from God, his Father. And if you won't believe the Son of God, then I'm sure that you won't believe me. I'm sure of that. And most people will not believe me for some reason or another. And if you don't believe the truth, you will believe a lie, because God will see to it that you do. That's why you and I must love truth. Seek the truth. Jesus is not anything other than a man that has now been glorified by God. He's not some super duper ooper nooper. That's not what he was. That's not what he is. Jesus of Nazareth was crucified. He was dead. He was a man. And he was a man who believed God. A man who believes God is not God. Is he? No. Just because a man believes God, he doesn't become God. God has seen to it. That means God looks after it. Do not be deceived into believing that Jesus was something other than a man born by a woman. And until he was baptized and filled with the Holy Spirit, he did nothing. Why? Because he couldn't do anything without the Holy Spirit. The devil can do things. He is a spirit, and he will do signs and wonders, and he will lie. He will tell you that Jesus of Nazareth was not the Son of God, because that's what he asked him in the wilderness. If you are the Son of God, do this or do that. Jesus knew he was the Son of God, and he also knew that God was with him. Is God with you?